Yeah,
Can you?
yes, Keith, I can hear you. I can't see you.
Wait a minute. I can see you
Yeah.
clearly. Why
Right.
won't my image come up? Wait a minute. No, I can only see you. Why is that?
Because you've
Oh,
got to press the button.
well, I know, because I'm going to press a button. Which damn one?
You're right. The one at the bottom somewhere. The bottom of the
No,
screen.
clear as mud. I'm unmuted.
Yes.
Start video. I'll unmute that. Won't unmute.
Okay,
Start
so
video.
you're on now.
I'm on now, right.
I can
What
see
a tuppenny halfpenny. Well, how could they invent such useless machines? You
you.
just press one button and it should do it all. Anyway,
That's
right.
probably coming. Okay. You can
Hear me now.
yeah, you can close the phone now.
Right.
So
Good.
so how are you today?
Oh, I felt a bit mouldy when I got up, and my back was aching, but it's passed off. I'll pass away probably. Yes, and it's cold, of course, colder, no sun. However, it's dry.
It's dry, yes. Well, there's a lot of rain preview for the next like 10 days or something. But sometimes the sun just stays with us and there's clouds and there's
Yeah.
no rain. So, I mean, your courses are finished. I mean, you know that, and you're on
Yes.
holiday. But have you got any questions or queries about the spiritual journey?
Well, only it's something I've been reading, not about the spiritual journey, I suppose. I'm reading a book by C.S. Lewis, one of his very first, on miracles. He was a very profound thinker, and he relates your thinking to ancient times when the corn god was very prominent. People worshipped fertility, etc., etc. And of course, to give the crops, they would go and have sex in the temples as a means of encouraging the harvest and the animals to be fecund. Anyway, he then refers that or relates that to something Jesus said about except a corn of wheat falls into the ground and dies, it cannot live. It has to die in order to be reborn, and produces, of course, in the normal way, a field of harvest. One tiny seed produces many seeds.
Okay, yes, that's clear.
And then he relates that to Jesus' own life. That's what he had to do, die to be reborn. So it's an interesting speculation.
It sounds interesting. Yes. Perhaps also to get good corn, the whole idea of that fertility rite and praying to that god and doing what they did, yes. Yeah. Perhaps all that had to die too.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, so it's another way to look at it, and we move on. Yes.
He makes quite a point, 1 or 2 chapters, saying variations of the fact that he believes that there is a natural world, and outside of it, external to it, is a supernatural world which can intervene into the natural world. That doesn't seem so difficult to believe. I can't picture it exactly, but
right. So what he's talking about is the difference between the physical life that we have and the spiritual life and the astral light. Yes, because the powers in the astral light would actually come into effect and produce different phenomena. Yes. Now,
What do you mean? What do you mean by the astral light?
the astral light, we've talked about this. It's the electrical magnetic radiations,
Yes.
of everything we do and act,
Yeah.
in our lives, that's given off. It's the sum total of all the actions, the electromagnetic radiation from the actions of things that happen on the planet.
Oh, right.
Yes, and everything there is sort of split into 7 levels.
Is it?
And in that domain, the astral domain, yes, you can connect to that and have powers on that. Yes, so you can connect to that like they connected to the corn or whatever, those gods.
Yeah.
Those would be powers that live in the spiritual world, in the astral, and also the ethereal domains. Yes, there are different spiritual domains that we have to that we live in. Yes, on this planet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. One of the things he is opposed to, I don't know, he believes pantheism, where God is everything and everything is God, is incorrect. It's in error.
Right.
He believes God exists outside of, right, he exists both within nature and outside of it, and may intervene or does intervene all the time.
Yeah, well, that's one way of looking at it. Yes. You could simply say that God is nature itself. Yes, and nature does intervene.
Yes.
But the totality of nature. Yes, and when we talk about nature, we also talk about creation.
Yes.
Yes. So there's the natural, the nature that we see, which really is everything that we see inside our solar system. Yes, we could say that is nature. And beyond that is creation.
Well, he would say there's supernature, which is God, but God is not an object. He's a spirit.
Yes. Like I say, the electromagnetic radiations of everything we do on this planet, everything that's done, all the animals, all the plant forms, all the actions are recorded and go into that astral light.
Right.
So everything's there and everything can be connected to.
So what's your approach to save the planet? That we're killing ourselves, sort of thing. Killing our homeland.
What do you mean, save the planet?
Well, stop using so much fossil fuels, do various things to prevent the ice caps melting if we can. We don't keep cutting down parts of the rainforest, etc. And too much waste. Tons and tons and tons of waste, which clog up the system. But well, it's mostly trying to get the temperature down of the Earth, which is getting too hot, melting the ice caps.
Well, my view on that is probably different from a lot of people's, but there is a consensus, really. There are a lot of scientists who show that the whole of our solar system is heating up. It's not just the planet.
Right.
And so it's got nothing to do with carbon dioxide, or very, very little to do with carbon dioxide. And so that isn't the problem. Yes. And the fact that our planet and our solar system is heating up is caused by the cycle around the galactic center.
Oh.
Because the whole solar system is now going around the galactic center. We've talked about this before. The grand yearly cycle, astrological cycle, and we're moving out of Pisces, yes, which the solar system was in for something like I believe 2,200 years, and we're moving into Aquarius, the age of Aquarius, and that will last for 220 years. It's something like that. I've not got the actual figures in my mind at the moment, but we will be, the whole solar system will be moving through Aquarius for the next over 2,000 years.
Oh, right.
But we this is something I did when I was at the university. There's also a lot of research being done. I've forgotten the name, Professor Violet or something like that. And the part of the galaxy that we're moving through at the moment, we're moving through a band of light, let's say, that is very energetic. And that is another reason for the warming up. So, for me, it has nothing to do with carbon dioxide. Yes, I mean carbon dioxide is a fertilizer. The plants eat up carbon dioxide all the time. Yes, and we
I don't know how much.
Yes, but that's not a theory that I subscribe to. Yes, the greenhouse effect of carbon dioxide. That's been debunked, and you can check that out on different platforms like YouTube. There are thousands of videos that will explain what's happening to the planet, rather than the carbon dioxide theory. Yeah.
So what's your plan to reduce the overheating if that's what's happening?
Well, we go through cycles. Yes, we go through cycles, and we just have to live with that. Periodically, I mean, we're talking over thousands of years. There are different. We've talked about cycles within cycles. In one of the lessons, there are many different cycles, and there are cycles that last for millions of years, and there are cycles that last for 10,000 years, and there are cycles that last for 100 years or whatever. And so the changes in the climate are cyclical. Yes. And not only that, we have the bigger cycle. Yes. The grand astrological year, and that is another cycle. So we're all, the planet goes through cycles, and they're natural. Yes. And I do not buy into this carbon dioxide.
So the fact that the seas in some areas are heating up and killing the coral reefs, turning them white.
Right.
How do you, well, it seems to be quite clear they're heating up, but they're not going to regrow. Once it's dead, it's dead.
Well, like I say, natural cycles. We're going through natural cycles. We have to live through those cycles. Yes.
So we do nothing about using too much carbon,
No,
whatever fuel.
that's got nothing to do with it. And another reason for the sea heating up is because the volcanic activity under the sea has increased, and so naturally the sea would warm up with more volcanic activity under the sea. Yes, but they won't tell you all the facts, the real facts, with this carbon dioxide theory. Yes, they won't tell you. But you have to do your own investigation there and look into a lot of facts. Yes, and like I say, you can find lots of information on YouTube. And what I'll do is I'll probably find something for you, very simple, and I'll put it in the Facebook group. Now, have you logged into the Facebook group yet?
Not yet. I'm going to probably this week.
Well, okay. So I'll send you a link. Yeah, I'll send you a link for that. You've already got the link, but I'll send you a link.
Yes, I know. Well, I don't know how to operate it. Also, I want to get onto WhatsApp.
Right.
Do you use that?
I do indeed. Yes, it's quite difficult.
Pardon?
It's quite difficult. I had somebody help me to get onto that. Yes, you really need to find an expert to help you with that.
Yeah, I've got someone who seems to be pretty knowledgeable. So
well,
I'll try. What's the advantage? What is the advantage?
The advantage?
Over sending emails or whatever.
Yes, you can have it's a bit like you can, rather than having a telephone, yes, you can use the telephone and the video on WhatsApp, and it's supposed to be very private. Yes.
Right.
So you can use the text, the video, and the telephone on WhatsApp, and I use all those things myself. Yes.
Good.
Rather than using the phone.
Very good.
Yes.
Top mark.
So, one of the things I wanted to talk about was UFOs. Yeah.
Oh yes.
Yes, there seems to be more activity. I've posted a lot of videos and a lot of information in our Facebook group. Yeah, that's for those who don't know the name of the group. It's called The Spiritual Journey, 3 separate words, all with a capital letter, and 21 at the end. Yes, attached.
Spiritual Journey 21.
The Spiritual Journey 21. But I'll send you a link to that. There are things happening with the UFOs, and a lot of information that has been kept secret up to now in America and England is now being released. Yes. And this is on the orders of President Trump. Last year, he ordered that everything should be released concerning the UFOs. Yes, it's all been private up to now, and they've been saying, "Oh well, there are no aliens. You know, they're just little green men." Yes, but now the truth is coming out. Yes? This should be the year of really getting to grips with what is happening on a creational and universal level with the ETs, the extraterrestrials, and UFOs. And like I say, there's plenty of stuff in the Facebook group, and I'll leave you to explore that. I'll send you the link, and we'll make sure that you have that link.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay. So we'll leave it for there for now. Yes. Lovely talking to you again. Like I say, I'll send you the link, and then I'll check up. If you want to do it today, I'll phone up and just check that you can connect.
Yeah, and I won't do it today.
Okay. Well, I'll send you the link that you simply have to tap to go into it today. Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Thank
so
you.
we'll say goodbye to there. Yes. Great talking to you again, and
you.
I'll see you next week.
Okay.
Bye for now.